Good morning, students. Yesterday we have done about the physical world of the measurement, that introduction about the physics. That first we will start about this one, about the physics, that what we will do in 11th class, that physics is a branch of the science which tells about the study of nature and the natural phenomena which are happening in our nature. That physics divided into two parts according to that classical physics, modern physics. That classical modern physics specify about the study of the object, that if we are studying about the big size of the objects, that is the come in the classical physics. If we are studying of the elementary particles, that will become in modern physics. And father of the old physics called Newton, and father of the modern physics is called Einstein. Sorry. And in classical physics in 11th class we will do classical physics, in 12th class we will do modern physics. In there we will read about the mechanics, thermodynamics, that mechanics related to the study of the motion of the object. Now first we have done about the fundamental forces in our nature, that four type of the forces is the lie in our nature: gravitational force, weak force, and the electromagnetic force, and the strong nuclear force. First we have done about the gravitational force. That force will act between the two objects whose masses is m1 and m2. That force will be F equal to g m1 m2 by r square. Then second force, weak nuclear force, we have done. That force will act between the two elementary particles. Elementary particles means, for example, proton, electron, neutron, bosons, like these particles. And electromagnetic force, that is the force which is act between the two charged particles. If two charged particles will act and moving here and there, then their force will act, that is known as the electromagnetic force. Now fourth we have done about the strong nuclear force. This force will act inside the nucleus between the proton and neutron. That is the strongest force in our nature. That's inside this atom, there is the surrounding in the nucleus. Electrons are revolving, but electrons is not falling inside the nucleus, because there is a one force, a strong nuclear force is acting inside the nucleus. Due to this one, proton and neutron bind with each other, and electron is not going toward that one. Now next topic, this we will start about the natural law of the physical law. In nature, that is the different type the physical law is acting. That law is a conserved quantity of the nature. What is the conserved quantity? Conserved means that we can't be create nor be destroy, but can be always conserved, can be changed from one form to another form. That some special physical quantity remain constant in time, that always remain constant, that is conserved, that neither be create nor be destroyed, only convert one form to another form. These are called the conserved quantity of the nature. This conserved quantity is specified into the conservation law of the physics. That in classical physics, this conservation law are divided into following four part. First is a conservation of the energy, second is the conservation law of the linear momentum, third is the conservation law of the angular momentum, fourth the conservation law of the charge. First we will do the conservation of energy. Energy, what is energy? We know energy, capacity of doing any work, is known as the energy. If we have some energy, that's why we are doing some work. And that energy can't be destroyed, can't be create, but it can be convert from one form to another form. We can transform it. That's why this one is the conserved. And this conserved term of the energy is known as the law of the conservation of the energy. That is the sum of the total energy of all kind in the universe remain constant. Energy can be transferred from one form to another, but total energy never be changed. That if we are taking there, for example, like this one, if we are here taking object, then this one is the moving on an inclined plane. Let this one we are taking here inclined plane. This object is moving up and down on this inclined plane. If we are taking here this one object, as this one will move in toward that upward direction, then here kinetic energy will act due to its motion. That will be half mv square. As it will go move in upward direction, then this kinetic energy will convert into the potential energy due to height. Due to h height, that will be mgh. At the top point, that this kinetic energy will convert totally into the potential energy. That we can't say that energy will be zero, because there is a conversion here. Kinetic energy half mv square, as this velocity will be zero on this top point, then kinetic will be zero, but this energy will convert into the potential energy. Then total energy will remain conserved, because mechanical energy is our kinetic plus potential. Total energy will remain conserved. Next law is our law of conservation of linear momentum. According to this linear momentum, then this momentum, total linear momentum in external absence of the external force, is remain unchanged. Now next here, law of conservation of angular momentum. Law of conservation of this about this angular momentum we will do later in next chapters, because this one is a new topic. This is for the rotational motion. When any object is rotating, then angular momentum will act. Then according to this law, angular momentum always conserved. Same, this always remain constant. Next, conservation of charge. Charge also neither be created nor be destroyed. It also simply transferred from one body to another body. This one is the law of conservation of different type. Then next topic we will do tomorrow. Thank you.